Pilot, you are awaiting clearance into the Gunpla Hangar. Please proceed ahead until you are instructed to land. Pilot, you are clear for landing.
What is going on, comrades, and welcome to another exciting episode of Gunpla Hangar, where tonight I am working on the Jagd Doga, which is a kit from the Universal Century. This is from the great movie Char's Counterattack, one of the new type suits here. I'm excited to start building this one here. Speaking of new type, I got this one from my good friends over at Gundam Pros. If you've never seen Gundam Pros, they're a great store to buy from, guys. Definitely go check them out. But hey, Duff man, what's going on? Wayne was here earlier tonight. Wasn't able to stay though. So good to see you here, Duff man. Glad to have you here tonight. We are again working on the Jagd Doga. For those of you just tuning in, I've finally learned how to say that from my good friend and colleague, Mr. Hellkite himself, who plays some amazing rounds of Fortnite with me. But let's go ahead and get started on the Jagd Doga. I like saying it, by the way. It's got such a great name. All right, so the first thing we're going to need to do is need to get the polycaps together here. Now, the polycaps are labeled letter-wise this time versus numerical. So another great design here. First thing we're working on, though, this is interesting to me because normally we don't work on weapons this early in. But first thing we'll be working on is the body here. So we're going to start by breaking out our F runners here. We're going to need 2 of those. Tonight's drink of choice, by the way, speaking of that, which, I've got some W made out. Tonight's drink of choice is the one and only Dub Sludge. We're drinking some Dub Sludge tonight. I've got it in my handy dandy W shaker here. So as y'all can see here, I'm drinking some W tonight. But let's go ahead and get started. How's everyone doing tonight? How's everybody out there? Everybody tuning in tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. I've got a fly that will not leave my leg alone tonight. All right, so the first thing we are doing here, like I said, is working on the Jagd Doga's upper torso area. I love saying that name, by the way. It's got such a great name. Zeon really had some interesting names for their suits. You had things like the Sazabi, the Jagd Doga, it's just so many different names out there. Like the more you got into the Universal Century, the more they had names that were, in line with kind of just these Germanic names and things like that. And you'd have a few Japanese names, just any kind of name out there that kind of dealt with kind of the symbology of it all, because Universal Century Gundam is all heavily influenced by the events of World War II, believe it or not. And whereas the Earth Federation kind of seems to be more along the lines of like, the West and the Allies, we see more in tune with the Axis in the in Zeon at some point. But then again, there's also some parallels between them, either or side with both of it. All right, so first thing we got to do is start making this one section here, and we need to turn that. Let me see if I can do this with a pair of tweezers here. There we go. It needs to be kind of counter to it, because if we look at it like this, no, I had it right the first time. So let's go ahead and turn that back sideways there. It needs to be kind of flush like that. But there we go. All right. So we got that done. The next step we need to do is go ahead and cut out our first bit of body here. I think I got it. Just would not leave my feet alone. It's over there just bothering my feet today, and I can't stand it. I had to do some housework today, and I had the screen door open for a little bit, so it's going to be a great looking kit once it's done there, Duffman. I think you would like this one. It's got a lot of, like I said, a lot of big parts in it, and it's got a cool effect that I'll be able to show off here pretty soon. Okay, so we need to get 2 polycap E's in place, and they're going to go kind of in the back here. So what I'm doing is basically, you see this, if you can see this little hole here, I'm filling it in with a polycap there, and that's going to allow for tight joints for whenever we put on like backpack pieces. The problem with building in a room that has like a little humidity in it, because I don't want to turn on the air conditioner because it still feels good in here. The fans are doing the trick with keeping it cool. It's just that the rubber stuff sticks to your fingers so well. Duffman, yes, this is a great looking kit. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely a bigger kit too. It's a huge suit, so I can't wait to see how this is going to kind of play out. So now we need to break out that C runner one more time, and we're going to cut out C14, which is kind of the front of the suit if I'm looking at it correctly. And we can put that C runner back yet again. And now we're going to need the D runner as well. We're going to need to break out D2. Now, one of the cool things about the D runner here is compared to the C runner where we have a dark kind of coloration here, this one has almost a metallic sheen to it. A very shiny gunmetal gray kind of look going on there. And I need to cut out polycap D as well. Hey, Lack, what's going on? Yep, still within the 144 scale. This is an older kit, by the way. They just re-released a bunch of these older kits. So I'm super happy about that because, like I said, when we get a hold of an older kit, and we're getting a lot of stuff from like Char's Counterattack and the movies that are in the Universal Century, we're starting to see a lot more of that getting re-released. So that's a good sign. That's a great sign that they're getting production out there. Lack, how's it going tonight, my friend? Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you so much. Kenneth Bird, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. But guys, as you can see here, we are continuing our grind into the Gunpla world here. I got some exciting news too. I've been invited to be a speaker tomorrow at a local school to discuss Gunpla. One of my good friends runs a community program for our local like school and library, and she asked me to come to the middle school tomorrow to kind of help discuss Gunpla with the community to get these kids aware of different hobbies out there. I got to grab a part. I'll be right back. Go ahead and move everything a little out of the way there. There we go. We appreciate you a lot, Lack. Thank you, Lack. I appreciate that. We'll see you in a bit. We'll definitely see you in a bit. Happy eating. Food is always a winner here in the Supreme Leader's house. All right, so I got to make sure that this is lined up right. I don't think there is a wrong way to do these arms here. Just have to figure out how to get this neck piece in place. But the person who's running the program has asked me to bring a couple of kits by, and to come out and talk with them about the hobby, show them how the kits look unbuilt, show them how they look built. So I'm gonna probably grab a couple of cheaper kits to take with me because it's middle school, and kids are just kids. Ooh, that sounds so good, Lack. That sounds really good. Yeah, Duff, man. Pick me up on the way down. You're a ribeye guy? Same. I like the fat content on the ribeye. Kind of evens it out. Works well. All right. Not too many stickers tonight, by the way, guys. We got one mono eye. We got some eagle eyes to put on there, and we got the Xeon crest, the Neo Xeon crest. So super excited for that. All right, so we're cutting out some of our first little detail pieces here to throw on here. Cool fact about this kit is it does have some effects parts. So I'm excited to put those on there and show those off at the end of the build. We should be doing that here soon. Because this is not a very large... It's a large kit, but it's not a very, parts-oriented kit. I mean, we're already starting to finish up the torso here now. All right, let's get that in place. And there we go. We got the cockpit sealed in. Now all I got to do is find that D runner again, and we got to cut out D1. Where is D1? There it is. There's Jen. I was wondering where you were hiding at. Wonder where everybody's at tonight. Usually everybody's in here popping and talking. Good to see my people that are here though tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. All right, so we're already working on getting some details done here. As you can see here, we've got some. Jen says she was outside. Okay, she must have been walking a dog. Huh? Be careful with that, Duffman. You could have pulled a tendon or something. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really give you a good answer on that. But it sounds like you've got some tendon damage there, maybe like a your wrist. I'm trying to think of the right word for that, but words are eluding me right now. All right, so I'm cutting that off there. That's going to go on the chest area. And now we get to see our first little bits of this teal color that this suit is. We're going to get our first little taste of that here. That A runner is not wanting to sit flat, and that's driving me nuts tonight. There. Let me pull this runner stand away from Nanny's tail there. He got a little bent out of shape earlier because I wouldn't let him phone back to Coac because it's just so expensive right now. Carpal tunnel is what I was thinking of. Carpal tunnel is I know that can sometimes lock up your hands there. Especially if you do a lot of work with small pieces, it can be a little rough on the wrists. All right. So I need to make sure I'm putting these on right. Yep. We're getting that armor in place there because that's got to go in kind of on a very detailed angle there. And again, this is the Jagd Doga. I love saying that name, by the way. It is a suit geared for new types. New types being the space citizens who have like a newer ability to handle, like, they have an extra sense compared to like standard humans, to where they can kind of sense things through like sense when there's danger. If you've ever watched Gundam Wing, it's kind of like the Zero Suit system, but the new types have it kind of naturally. All right, so everything feels good there. Nothing feels like it's out of place. And there we go, guys. But look at the color on this one. This is another reason why I like Xeon suits and suits with a lot of color detail in it. Because if you look, just a very beautiful shade of like teal, almost deep teal. I'm loving the designs on this. So let's go ahead and start working on the next part, which is going to be the actual head of the suit. Xeon is also known for having some interesting looking designs when it comes down to like the head of the suit as well. Usually the heads of their mobile suits are very very rounded, very alien looking. It looks almost like it's not something you would see from like Earth, which is kind of ironic because the Xeon is only represented in space mostly. All right, so we're working now on the actual head here, which is going to be D. I need to find D7. There it is. Be real careful where I cut here. There's D7. And then what I need to do is I need to take this bit here. That's going to go up top like that. And that's going to kind of lock into place right there. And now we're going to cut out C8, which is a circular shape that I got to find. 7, 8, there it is. Okay. And this is where we're going to have a little bit of a steady hand here, because I've got to take that pink sticker that you see. Let's see. Oof, yeah. Oh, I hated that. I hate that duff, man. That's rough. All right. So the next thing I need to do here is I do need to take some tweezers here. And I need to slowly slide everything into place here. We're going to just put that into place there, which gives us a free-floating eye, which is really cool. I feel like painting the eye would be a little bit better, or maybe getting some like very glow-in-the-dark paint and putting that on that eye would make that a little more interesting. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I bet, Duff, man. But still, you got a really good talent there, where you really don't need to worry about drawing, man. Your skills in crafting, man, I'm blown away. I am seriously blown away. All right, so here we go, guys. We are finishing up this head. Looks like the runner took a little damage there. Luckily, the head unit the fin didn't take any damage on that. There we go. We'll cut that free. And then we need to cut out A14, which is this beautiful visor that this thing has. Again, doesn't look like it was secured on there too well, so that should be easy to cut free. There we go. You can slide that A runner back into place there. All right. And now we take these stickers. And this is where it's going to be fun. We're going to turn the visor. I could probably put those on post installation there. because that'll be a little bit easier to hold the part and slide the stickers in. But this head, I mean, that fin on there well enough alone is a beauty of a fin. There we go. And now we can slide the visor in place. And, I mean, look at that, guys. We can turn this eye, which I'm going to turn it. See if I can. I'm going to see if I can turn it. It's kind of in the middle there. Let's see if I can get a hold to it with a pair of tweezers real quick and try to maneuver it around. Nope, it is very stiff to turn. So I'm trying to see if I can like work it around. Let's see, can I grab that mono eye and just turn it? I want to be really careful how I push on that. Let's take this off real quick if we can. You know what? We'll leave it. But now we need to put these little eyes on here. I like the design of the eyes there, kind of giving it the look of an eagle or a falcon. And I'll give y'all a good view of that head here in just a second. Oh, that's really annoying time for a bug to be crawling on my leg, like a fly be crawling on my leg. Especially when I'm working on a tiny decal like that. I see a little bit of flashing that I need to trim off. There we go. That's clean. That's about as good as that sticker's going to go on there. And then we need to do the same. And then literally we just have one more sticker after that. Again, I don't foresee this being a long build tonight. Sauteed mushrooms do sound good, Jen. All right. Oh, come on. The problem with thin, tiny little stickers is they never want to work the way you want them to. And they need to go into this little, like, crevice. I almost wish I had some, like, setter that I could put over them to kind of seal them in place, but there we go. There's the... Here, I'll show y'all a little bit better here. But as you can see right there, just an interesting setup for the head there. I know, man. I've already set up a good fly trap in our kitchen area. That way we can start catching them, because that's where they're really starting to migrate again. All right. So now we're building the rifle that this thing wields. And we're going to need to cut out sorry, I was trying to catch that fly that's bothering my leg. So now we need to cut out the parts for the rifle here. And it seems like everything's kind of all in one place. So we need C15. Which, like I said, this is kind of different for me. I've never built the weapon before the actual suit. All right, that's free from there. I need C17 and C18. After that, it should be in C16. So literally the entirety of this back half of this runner here is being removed. And if you've ever seen some of the old Universal Century suits, I will say this, they are really well detailed looking suits. They're not too bad right now, DJKGE. In fact, it definitely looks like an eagle, that's for sure. I would kind of word it in a way that, like, you want to kind of, you need a new video game system so that you can, like, either play with your friends or, be able to, like, enjoy some of the newer games that are out there. You kind of played all your games that you have. Maybe you want to get something new. Let them know that you're making content as well. Tell them that you're trying to make content just to get out there and put your name out there. I'm sure he'd be willing to work with you on it. All right, let me catch up with the chat here real quick. Hey, Kat, what's going on? How are you? Dave, how's it going, brother? I hope you had a great birthday, man. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. Was starting to wonder where everybody was hiding at tonight. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are trucking along through this kit now. Kind of a fun thing here for all my Gundam builders out there who have built Gunpla. This kit right here is indeed it has an interesting setup here in the fact that I'm actually putting together the weapon midway through the build, or midway through the first part of the build here. It's kind of a weird setup there. Because most Gundam kits, you don't really do that till the end of the build. So this is an interesting setup here. Which I got to show this off here in just a second once we get everything kind of in place. There we go. But here's the rifle so far. And as you can see, just an interesting design here. It's been okay. I've been a little tired today, but other than that, not bad. The Bills took on the Chiefs. It was a nail biter. And I imagine the Bills won, right? Is that why sleeping's been very quiet today? I hope your day gets better, Kat. All right, so we've got this done here. Oh, my sister must be home because the dogs are going nuts. All right, so now it looks like we're going to start working on building the basic arm area here for this kit. Yeah, Kat, I hope your day gets better. We definitely need a happy cat, not a bad day, Kat. I hope your day gets a lot better, Kat. All right. Yeah, we had a game like that last night for the team I follow. In college, it was a close one. All right, we're building the shield next. Actually, I was looking at it all wrong. We're building the shield apparently. All right, so here we go. A10. I need to break out the C and D runners here. And I love that they got the symbol kind of carved out on the shield so that way you know where it goes. All right. And we need D19. Okay, so I'm holding the right piece. I was wanting to make sure I was cutting the right piece before I cut into it. Because cutting that wrong piece can leave you sitting there holding a spare piece for a long time in these builds. Dave's dropping some links there. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, let me pin what Dave just put down at the top of the chat, guys. That's for Duffman's Dioramas, a great member of this community, someone who's always out and about with everybody. I believe him and Dave actually hold the record for most streams attended in one day. But guys, go check it out, guys. Duffman has done a lot for this community. Him and Dave are working so hard on a diorama that they'll be giving away this year. So please, by all means, go out and support Duffman. Because he supports so many people here, guys. All right. So I've got the shield done for the most part. Let's see. And now to get the final sticker. There are no more stickers now. All my sticker work gets done super early on this one. Kind of scary, really. Never had a kit where the sticker work got done super quick. All right, we can go ahead and toss out our decal sheet there. Line this up just right and hope everything kind of lays down flat and in place. And boom, there's our shield, ladies and gentlemen. I love the look of the Xeon crest there on this shield. It really pops out and goes well with this yellow here. So awesome detail work there. There we go. Dave dropping links for Destination Stone and Icebox Comics as well. Go check out those guys. They are both great members of this community. We've had a lot of fun with both of those guys. All right, so let's see here. I could probably cut off that loop there if I wanted to. That way I can... You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and cut off these runner bits here. There. Now I can finally put my runner in the runner stand and not have it like leaning over looking like it's about to fall off. All right, so next thing I need to do is grab both my E runners and both of my F runners. In fact, there's that fly that has been bothering me the entire stream. And we're going to go ahead and start doing work on the arms, I believe. I believe we're working on the arms now. So we need E5, which is this kind of wrist cuff area, I believe. E5. E5. I love the coloration on this kit, by the way. Gotta find a day and time to build. Optimus, Mrs. Dimension got you. Well, if you want to come on here and build with us, Dave, you can. That would be fine to build on here. It's technically Gunpla if you think about it. Thank you, Dave, for dropping that link right there, guys. That is how you get started with Gunpla. The first tutorial that teaches you all about Gunpla. That Optimus is amazing. It definitely is. That was a great haul right there from the Mrs. Mrs. Dimensions is such a wonderful wife. Just like Nemariel here. Both wonderful wives. You definitely need to get it, Kat. Let us know if you need help finding it or getting it, and we'll rally them in. We'll get the banners together. We'll hoist the banners and rally them in. All right. So now I am working on building this arm setup here, which, like I said, is an interesting arm setup. Again, these are more advanced suits. As the years in the Universal Century kept pushing on, you would see more and more weird designs or designs that were just alien in nature from Xeon. And eventually Xeon folds and you get the group Mafty, which comes in next. And Mafty kind of continued the Mono Eye tradition with the Messer. I actually have a Messer kit that I cannot wait to start building here. We'll go ahead and set these runners off to the side here real quick. I think this is the one I've already worked on. Yep. So let me do this. Let me do the same here and cut out 13 and 14. There we go. Oof. God, it's probably because it's a more detailed kit, or detailed Lego kit, as to why it's so expensive too. That just blows my mind that they actually have something for that cost in the Lego world. Which I can't say much. There are some Lego kits out there that are really pricey. Like the Coliseum is well and love, like one of the most expensive Lego kits out there. All right. So the first thing we're going to do here is take. Did I cut out the right piece? Please tell me I cut out the right pieces. It says F12 and F11. Yep. Then on this one is F12 and F11. Okay, good. I panicked for a second. I looked at it. I was like, I thought I just cut out 13 and 14. All right, so taking this, and we want to try to line up so that that pointy end is facing that. And then we need to cut out the polycap H's. Go ahead and cut out both of those polycaps, because that's going to form our wrist right there for this suit. And before we okay, it says it looks like that the kind of square extra piece there. Making sure I'm doing this right. Is going to go. And it needs to be recessed in. So okay, like that. Okay. And then we're going to close all of that together. If everything lines up, and it does. And there, we've got our first section of arm done there. Got to do the same process twice. A little more than 10 cents a piece now. Ooh, God, that's way too high. They are, Duffman, you're right. They're getting way out of control with their prices. Yeah, the prices are only going to keep going up now. It's wild. Just how much everything's going up in prices, especially with Gundam kits. The Witch from Mercury kits surprisingly are cheaper than I thought they would be. But we're looking at even price hikes on our hobby here with Gunpla. All right, so I need to continue to get this lined up just right. I want to make sure everything's kind of flush and flat against that. There we go. And now we can go ahead and combine these two together. And I got to cut that excess off of there. I see some excess on the part here that I didn't get. There, that's clean. All right. So looking at this arm, that's a big arm to begin with there, and that's not even like the full arm yet. It's not quite closing up the gap there. There. And now the next step is to take our F runners again, and we're going to cut out this F2, which is another hosing system here. Yeah, Jen's right. Cat food did go up $5 in a week. I hate to see it. I honestly hate to see what's going to happen there with the gas prices. Because trust me, I'm already freaked out by the gas prices right now. So I got to look at something real quick here after the stream. I don't think the monetization was set for this. Let's see, edit. It was not. The monetization was turned off. I don't know why it doesn't automatically set that up and save that for me whenever I hit it. It's on now. So if y'all get any weird ads, G-Force, what's going on? Y'all, everybody that got in here ad free. So you're welcome, guys. I had the Giant Millennium Falcon in layaway. And I was 4 payments away, and they announced it was going to be discontinued. Went to lay it off and was told the next worker. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Cat. All right. So now we're moving into this next phase here, and we need E4 and E3 off of this. G-Force, how are we doing tonight, brother? Hope all is well. All right. So we are working on building the arms here. And as y'all can see, with the way the size of this arm right here, guys, being like, well, you can't see it because my knuckle's there, but here, I'll try to see if I can get it so you can see it. There's my pinky right there, and there's the arm. Both of them are pretty, it's about as big as like the tip of my pinky there. Here, I'll put it on the tip of my pinky so you can kind of see. That's just really big. Eating chili and watching the Cowboys. All is right with the world. Nice. Chili sounds so good. G-Force. All right. Yeah, this was, I think the one she's talking about was one that was further back. All right. So let's see here. I got to look and see how this goes in place. Okay. So it's going to go hose in place first. So, nope, I'm looking at it backwards. I need to look at it from this way. All of that lines into place like that. And I need to look at it from the back here. This is step 3, which is going to step 3 is just going to kind of push all of this into place to lock that in place. And then step 4 takes this here and kind of secures everything around it a little bit. I don't think that's, nope, there it goes. It's on there now. There we go. That is just such a wild looking wrist. And that's just the lower arm right there, guys. So again, to do that step one more time for you guys, because that's what it's asking me to do, is one more time with this, is we're going to go to this end here, and you're just going to slide everything into place. For the most part there. General Kenobi, how's it going, man? How are you tonight? That chili sounds good. Boo Cowboys. Well, good thing we got a you guys are awesome. I love you guys. You can keep the house. You can't have my collection. General Kenobi's bunker. You're doing good, man. Doing good. How have you been? Glad to have you back. Glad to have you here with us tonight, man. We are working on the Jagd Doga, which is a very interesting suit from the Universal Century timeline. You pronounce the J like a Y, by the way. It's Jagd Doga. I actually got a good education on that here the other day. I feel like something's not. Oh. Let me see here. I got to look at this one more time to see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. So this is going to go in here like that. Yeah, I was doing it backwards. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Is this on right? I don't think I've got that on right. Yep, I got to take the arm apart. All right, my first flub up of the night. That's okay. That's the good thing about parts, having a part separator, is it actually helps you get those parts lined up to where they need to be. All right, so whenever I do this, that part's got to be like that. That's why it wasn't That's why it wasn't lining up right. I'm glad I did a double take on that. That might explain why everything didn't line up right there. There we go. Now that's working a little better. And now we can line everything up here. Slide this into place like so. Yes, definitely. It's from Char's Counterattack. It's one of the new type suits. There's General Kenobi's link, by the way, guys. Go check out General Kenobi's bunker. Jen dropped the link right there. Go check out some of his videos. He's really awesome, guys. Definitely a great content creator here. All right. There we go. Yeah, it was great being a part of it. Was great to get that birthday message out there to you, Dave. I'm telling you, you have so many people out there that really think the world of you, Dave. And that is a blessing in and of itself, man. You are a highly valued member of this community, and this community wouldn't really exist without you being here to support us. So hats off to you, Dave. You are one of the best, man. And you're growing your channel and doing everything you can do to get it out there, man. And I think I follow him on TikTok, but not on YouTube. Well, follow him on YouTube as well, Kat. All right, so we've gotten most of this first set of arm parts here done. Now we're going to be working on just the one side right now. There's going to be one side of the arm we're going to be working on here. So let's get our D runner one more time. And we're going to break out D9 and D11. Along with an F piece and a polycap. D9. D11. All right. And now we can grab that F runner, one of the F runners we've been working on here. And break out F4, which is a gear piece here, which I'll show you all what I mean by gear piece. So with some of these kits, you'll notice that they have gears built into them. It's focusing on the, but that's to allow for like locking the joint and kind of locking the joint and getting it to move a little bit. So the general will be subjected to dermatitis or demerits. Oh, you guys are awesome. And I misread that. I thought you said dermatitis. That's also something you don't want to be subjected to. All right. So what I need to do is I need to look and see how this is supposed to go. Okay, it's supposed to go like this right here. And once it slides in place, now we need a polycap M. And for those of you that have built kits or are interested in building kits or want to know more about the history of the kit that I'm working on, feel free to ask. I'll be glad to talk about it a little bit. Like I said, I've not seen Char's Counterattack. Let me rephrase that. I've seen bits and pieces of Char's Counterattack. I've never watched it all the way through, but I really want to dive into it. It's sort of the quintessential. It was supposed to be the ending of the Universal Century, but there were several other series that there were several other movies and series that have kind of like since brought more to the Universal Century. So we're getting a little more here and there as we go. All right, so now we're going to start cutting out a few more little pieces here, which is the shoulder pad, the B13. And again, this thing is a beefy suit. I can't wait to have this thing done, which we're trucking along good, guys. Just need that. And we need part C. So break out that C runner again. And we need C9. So kind of a tiny little jet. With it being a new type suit, you're going to see a lot of like space geared design on this, or like space design on this. And that's just because with the new types, they were more functional in space than they were like on terrestrial bodies. And that's just because with new types, again, they had an extra sense to where they could kind of sense around them in a better way. It is on Netflix. I have not seen. So, Dave, I'm gonna fill you in on a secret. I have not seen a lot of the Gundam series. I haven't seen Seed. I haven't seen Double O. I haven't seen the newest one. I haven't watched a lot of the newest one yet. Char's Counterattack. I haven't seen. I haven't seen Turn A Gundam. I haven't seen like. There's a lot that I have to catch up on. I really love Gundam, so I kind of dig more into the building of it. I really like the suits. All right, now we can go ahead and start like combining parts here. There we go. And that's one arm down. And now we do the same step again, but for the other arm this time. So we're going to break out that D runner one more time here. And now we're cutting out D10 and D12. I haven't seen Zeta or Double Zeta as well. Yeah, I am way behind on those. But then again, I was not really big in the Universal Century when I was growing up, when it was readily available to me. Instead, I was watching more of like After Colony stuff, or the Fighting Century, things like that. The Sazabi is such a great suit, and the kit's not that expensive right now. I want to say the kit's like $35-$40 at most. Really not an expensive kit for an HG that's huge. I mean, a huge suit and a lot of fun to build. Like, I enjoyed building the Sazabi. The Nightingale was a nice build too. And that's from that's where the Hainu Gundam kind of takes over, as it's kind of a retelling of Char's Counterattack, where instead of Sazabi pilots the Nightingale, and instead of New Gundam we get Hainu, which is more developed. It's a kind of, like I said, a retelling of what happened in Char's Counterattack. All right, we need Polycap M. All right, there we go. So our next step here, again, is just kind of rebuilding this shoulder joint here. Now, this is the actual beginnings of the shoulder joint. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find where that point is on there and just kind of get that lined up, so that way it lines up in place. But I've got all of those. In fact, I was going to watch Char's Counterattack today and just ran out of time because I was so busy working on so many different projects. Walt, how's it going, man? How have you been? We got Walt here with us. Jen, can we drop Walt's link in the chat? I would like to get. He's another fantastic Gundam builder, another great content creator here as well, guys. Go check out Nostalgic Toys Plus. Really, just one of my jam up favorite people to sit down and talk Gundam with when we do get to talk. It's very, we'll sit there and share, like, he shares a lot of different Gundam things with me, and I love seeing his reviews on some of the kits he's picked up. He's got a nice MG kit that he just picked up not too long ago, that he got for his birthday of all things. It was a beautiful kit. The Musha Gundam. I guess I'm saying that right. I always have a hard time with some of those, but it's a very samurai-looking suit, and I love the design. It's one of the Astrays. I know it's not mine, but mine is just around the corner as well. So if anybody wants to send me some Gundams, get with the Mariel. If y'all want to shower me with Gundams for my birthday, I would appreciate that. And it doesn't have to be anything I don't have. It doesn't have any. It doesn't. You don't have to worry about it getting me one I don't have. If you get me one I have, that's fine. I'll build it just the same. I'll even build it on stream. Jen's over there like, nope, don't buy him anything. Yes, we know exactly who you're talking about, Jen. Dave's dropping some haze there as well. Everybody saying hey to Walt. Thank y'all so much for taking care of each other, you guys. You guys are the best. All right, so we got the first half of the kit done. The first page is down. That was 12 steps on that first page alone. Now we get to build some hands here. It didn't tell me to put a hand on that one. But I guess now we're going to be building some hands here. Oh, because I'll be building the hand around the rifle. Okay. That's why it didn't tell me to do that. So I need D runner. We're going to cut out D15, D17, and F5. Which the F runner and the D runner have almost a similar sheen to them. There we go. Kind of move these through a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now I've got them all kind of spaced out a little bit. So the next thing we're going to do here, like I said, is we're just going to build this hand real quick. Really a big hand, too. My God, this thing is massive hand. I'll show that off here in just I'll show that off completed here in just a second, because all I got to do is get that back plate on there. And there's our hand, ladies and gentlemen. Just a massive, massive hand. Brody, what's going on? How are you, man? Anytime, Walt. You deserve all the praise, man. You were doing such a fantastic job. You should be right here with me. You, Dave, everybody here should be right here with me at 1,000. Will, what's going on? How are you, brother? Glad to see you here tonight. All right, so I need to look at this real quick and make sure I've got everything in the right spot. Yep, there we go. Let's put that hand there. There. Everything's lined up. And now, we don't quite put everything together yet, but we're getting closer. Now we're going to start building the shield here. So we're making 2 shields here. And one of the cool things about these shields is you'll get to see this here in a minute. F10. So we got that. Y'all are really going to like these here when you see this. They have a really cool effect to them. And the ability to have one of the coolest effects for a funnel bearing suit. Got it. There was a fly crawling around, and I finally was able to pop it. I guarantee there's more than 2 in here, though, tonight. And this wasn't a very expensive kit. I want to say I got it for like $30 altogether. Nice, Will. Everybody saying hey to each other. I appreciate everybody being here tonight, by the way. You guys are the best. This community really is one of the most jam-up communities I've ever been a part of. And to say hands down that you guys have made this more fun for me than anything else, you definitely have. You guys give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all are really just some of the most jam-up people I could ever get to meet and talk to, and I have so much pleasure getting to see you guys when y'all come in here. All right. Well, there goes my fingernail polish. I use fingernail polish as a glue. So let's go ahead and get that head on here. All right, head's in place. Now the sad thing is the mono eye is a little bit stuck behind the visor here. I didn't think about pushing that mono eye around, but I can probably fix that later. But there's the top half of it so far, guys. Let's go ahead and get some arms. Let's go ahead and get some arms on here. Go ahead and get that there, and we'll go ahead and put one of these shields on. All right. There we go. And now we can build the other arm, which has the rifle hand on it. So I'm going to turn it this way so I can look at it and make sure everything looks right. There we go. I'm going to have it sit up like that. All right. Let's go ahead and get that other shield on. That jet came out. Wonderful. All right, good that didn't fall too far. All right. Okay, there we go. That's in place. Now, there. All right, fun thing we get to do now is I got to cut out the A12s, which are these closed funnels. And we'll get to see those, and we'll get to see what those funnels look like in action here in a little while, because that's actually part of the end of this kit, is a fun little play around with those funnels. Chicken stir. Ooh, nice, Will. Pop it like it's hot. Tough, man. Nice, Will. Oh, wait, sorry. I thought Will wrote that with General Kenobi. Yeah, it's such a great place. I really want to make sure that y'all have a lot of fun watching me. And that's one of the things that I'm aiming for here, is just so that y'all have a place where y'all can hang out and have a good time. Enjoy watching a guy build Gundams. Or a group of guys. You know, if anybody else wants to come on and join me, you know, just let me know. We'll work it out so you can get in here. Even if you're just building like a Lego kit or something like that, we can work it out. It works out for me now. All right. That chicken was tender. Ooh, it was tender. Every time I see the word tender, I think of Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. All right, there we go. One of the cool things we just did is we just put these closed funnels on this shoulder pad here. Like the chicken you had yesterday, it was 2 seconds away from being rubbery. Sometimes people overcook chicken, especially in the restaurant industry. You got to be real careful with like with serving undercooked chickens because that can sometimes really come back to bite you. All right. So again, for those of y'all that are just tuning in and haven't heard the big news, I will be going to one of our local schools tomorrow as a guest speaker, so to speak, for a hobby day. I've been brought on as a panelist to talk about like Gunpla and how it's a hobby that can get started, and or how you can get started with the hobby. What we do with the hobby. The host has asked me to kind of bring a couple of kits to show off. Nothing too fancy, just because it's going to be at a middle school, and you know how kids can be. So I'm gonna be very very careful what kits I bring. I'm probably gonna bring some older, non valuable to me. I mean, all kits have value to me, but something a little bit that I'm not going to be worried about getting completely destroyed, like a duplicate kit or something like that. All right, so there we go. We've got both arms done. We got the head done, and we got the torso done. So we're sitting here with half a kit already done. And where do I put this shield? I guess the shield goes in the yep, I see where it goes. Make sure I've got that symbol put up in the right direction there. There we go. But she's super excited for it because I'm excited. She knows I'm excited to do this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's go ahead and pose that Jagd Doga like that. Yes. Yes, exactly. You got a bone to pick with me. What kind of bone you got to pick with me there, Gun Daimyo? Or Will? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be kind of. I might take a kit that's like a entry grade or like SD kit where you don't really need those tools to function. All right, so the next thing we are now working on building the leg system here for this kit. Okay, now I need to break out 2 of those E pieces there. You are not Jebri? Okay, not in the slightest. Because you have a jacket. Thank you, Walt. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it popped up. Duff, man. I believe they will, legs. All right, Will. Yeah, you're definitely not Jebri. We can change your name to something else. We'll call you Sunfish Guy. How about that? I think I cut out the wrong piece there. Not paying attention, and I already cut out the wrong piece. Because of certain current events, we will call you Sunfish Mare Guy. For those of y'all that don't get the reference, we're talking about a show called Centaur World. If you haven't watched it, it is a funny show. One of my favorite characters on there is a certain creature known as Comfortable Doug. I quote Comfortable Doug a lot. He's played by the very interesting Flulaborg. All right, so we're in the process of building some feet now. Aw, that makes me sad though, because season 3 I was hoping for a season 3. But if it wraps up nicely, then season 3 is definitely not needed then. Just as long as we get a good story, just as long as Jebri gets the arc that he deserves. I'm glad you're watching it though, Will. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad he makes quite an appearance. Also, I hope that Comfortable Doug makes a ton of appearances too. All right. So next step we're doing here is we're working on building the feet first off, which that's a big foot to begin with. Make sure I'm putting this on right. And by the way, guys, tomorrow night we will be back playing some more Elden Ring again. I was going to play that the other night, but of course, with the illness that I had going on, it kind of put me to where I couldn't really do much of anything. Like I was out, guys. I was in bad shape. All right. Good, as you should have been, Jen. You should have been serenaded by the song Comfortable Doug. That 11-year-old sounds cool. By the way, guys, look at the size of this foot. This is going to be a big suit. Duffman, that's got a huge foot on it. By the way, let's see how we're doing tonight. We've got 11 likes so far. Thank you guys so much for throwing out the likes tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. I was hoping we could get to 30 likes. We haven't had a good 30-like stream in a long time, guys. And I would love to see 30 likes pop up tonight. Her mom and her sister are really cool. Okay. All right, so now we're working on the ankles of this thing, which in and of themselves are a huge step here. Usually that's kind of combined all in one step, but the ankles themselves are a separate step from the feet. F6 and 7. There we go. You know, I might start working on doing some green screen effects here soon with my suits. Oh, you guys are funny. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. Yeah, that's sauce from Majarua, Jen. The one you're talking about. Jen's talking about our favorite Irish restaurant. It's a restaurant called Majarua. They have some of the best like fries out there. By the way, we're at 13 likes so far. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Again, I don't foresee us getting a 30 like stream for a while now. Numbers have been kind of low lately, so it is what it is. We're just here to have fun, not focus on the numbers. I realize the more I focus on the numbers, the more I just worry myself. God, that's not good. Still dropping parts. Come on now. All right. There we go. That's done with that one. Now to do the same thing here. I know, Jen. It always shows you one more than what it shows me. And I don't know why. Majarua, yeah, it's such a great restaurant. I love it. Um, Wonderful Irish pub. Definitely got that old world Irish pub feel. All right, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Yep, that needs to point like that, and then combine together like so. And boom, there we go. Now to slide this into place, and that just slides in so perfectly. There we go. F13. F14. And F8. We are almost finished with the F runner, as a matter of fact. That is nearing completion here. This kit's coming along pretty quickly, and I'm enjoying that because I really wanted a, nice, steady build. Something that wasn't going to be too difficult tonight. Something I wasn't going to leave unfinished. I mean, it kind of blows my mind that they started off with the weapons second, compared to like the head and body first, or head like the body second. All right, now to start cutting out some more poly caps here. We're working on building the first leg here. Oh, I got to cut out the other F section there. There we go. Then we cut out this one here. Yeah, Duff, man, that's such a great sound to hear too. Is when your bug zapper just starts going off. I used to have one in here, and you could always tell when like it got something big because it would start smoking a little. Always have us a little bit panicky, but we knew in the long run it was just doing its job. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out that extra hand there. I don't know what this extra little piece... Oh, I see what it's going to be used for, so I can go ahead and just cut it out because it's going to be like literally the next step. There we go. I'm surprised they didn't make all of this like a double step to begin with versus like just... There we go. So both F runners are clear. So let's see. That needs to go... like that. There we go. Yeah, that's always a good sound too there. All right, so we got these two big old legs here. These are huge, by the way. Next step here is we're going to get our E runner. And we're probably going to start dwindling that down here soon. Yep, we're basically cutting out the leg now. You know what? We'll go ahead and dwindle that all the way down to the point of non-existence. Okay, and then we can cut this excess piece here out. There we go, and that is done. Probably don't need to build that just yet. Let's see, we need to take E2 and then take this polycap here. And we're going to line that up into this, like that. Gotta flip that around. I was looking at the wrong E there. You definitely want to make sure you're paying attention to your lettering here. There. And now we want to take one of those leg bits there and make sure we got it angled just on the right way here. Okay, like that. And that's going to go, well, I was hoping that was going to line up, but apparently that's not for some odd reason. Okay. Why is that not lining up? You see how this looks. It's like they don't quite line up. Let me grab the other leg here and look at it, make sure I didn't do something backwards. No, that looks about the same. But let me try this just to be sure. All right. That looks lined up right. Did I not do something right here? That's odd. Okay, let me look. Okay, that's lined up right there. Yeah, exactly there, Jen. What you just said, Vecna? The upside down, is that you? You just start hearing Kate Bush play? Okay, this is a little annoying. Do I have it? See, this lines up perfectly. Well, I say that, but it's not really. There we go. That's lining up perfectly. Now, the question is, how is this supposed to line up? Because it doesn't feel like it's lining up at all. I think I see an issue here that I got to fix. Hoping that's the issue. I don't know. It's just not lining up properly, and I'm trying everything I can to get it to line up. There we go. There we go. It wasn't that it wasn't lining up. It was just in an awkward place. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this hand together too so I don't lose it. There we go. I do like that song too. Yeah, some of the remixes have been pretty wild there, Dave. And you got to think that TikTok really kind of took that and basically made it like a wildfire there. That show is such an influential show, and I love it for that. All right, so now we're going to be cutting out from the B runner here. I need B1 and B5. Okay, there's B1. Okay, B1. B5. Okay, we can go ahead and slide that. I think we can go ahead and cut this little bonus piece of runner off too, because it's not really necessary for anything since that's now clear, and that gives me kind of an easier way to stand up my runner here and try not to lose all my other runners in the process. Wow, we are literally trucking along really good here. I'm looking at probably about a 10:30 knockoff, if this goes well. Okay, good. I was worried that I was going to end up cutting off the wrong part of the rocket there, but you actually do need to clip that. Grab this. That's the D runner. Need the C runner to put back. There's all of our pieces we need for this leg right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stand this leg up. This piece is going to go over that poly cap to kind of give it a nice little shield. Ah, these flies are driving me nuts. There's just one or two of them in here, and they're just constantly going crazy. You might hear you scream. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, definitely, Dave. We need to keep my Gundams safe. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add in this nice little rocket to the inside of this here. So that's going to kind of go into that like that right there. And now we're going to go connect these two together. All right. There's that. And now to cut out no promises. Run Jen. Yeah, she really does not like palmetto bugs. I'm used to them from growing up around them. They do work for palmetto bugs too. I grew up around them. Like growing up in the woods, you kind of get used to like some of the creepy crawlies that most people would be like just grossed out by. So palmetto bugs, cockroaches, things like that just would normally gross people out. I'm just like, it's just a part of life now. Spiders, on the other hand, nah, I can never get used to those. That's like the one bug I have a problem with. That and centipedes. Anything with more than 6 legs, and yeah, I get a little weirded out by. Some beetles I get a little weirded out by too. Ugh. Just because I've had some bad experiences. All right, so now we're going to start working on the next leg here. Okay, that's another E-runner down. And guys, this kit's coming along so well, so quickly. I didn't expect this one to be hard, but I didn't expect this to be like super easy either. Like I've only run into like a couple of issues here and there. Nothing nothing dire though. All right, so looking at it from here, this is E1. We're gonna want to put that poly cap in like that. And then before we do that, we want to kind of take the back of the leg here. All right, I had the same issue before of getting the part to line up. I just got to remember how I did it. I think I'll start with the front of the leg here because that gives me like a good lineup position there. There, that's in place. And now I can just kind of line everything up here and work it into position. Try to at least. Keyword, try to work it in position. I don't feel like it sometimes, Duff, man. I really don't. Hey, you're good, Dwayne. You're good. Dwayne, I think you would love this suit, man. The Jagd Doga is definitely a beautiful suit. Y'all been out having a good time, man, and I can't be mad at y'all for going out and having a good time. What kind of friend would I be if I did that? All right, Why is this not? So this is the only complaint I have about this so far, is that the lineup on this is not perfect, and you've got to kind of work it into place. But once you do, the coloration on this is really beautiful. Never late, exactly. Duffman, she gonna kill you. She's brutal. You better watch out, Duffman. She's scary. All right, so now we are working on the next leg here, which means we are getting close to the end of this. You're good, man. No, like I said, no apologies, nothing like that needed here, guys. I'm glad y'all are out getting some content, man. Y'all are killing it, and I appreciate you guys so much for all y'all do. Y'all have grown so quickly, Dwayne, and I'm proud of y'all. Tonight's been kind of a slow night anyway on here. I think everybody's out doing stuff tonight, so I don't know. The channel's had kind of a slow week to begin with anyway, so it's been that way. About to eat some cookout. Nice. Yeah, she was so mad about that. All right. So now, got to cut out that other rocket. Good, that fell right there. Right where I need it. All right. Oh no, man, y'all are killing it. Both you and Stevie do such a great job at creating content and having so much fun and just going out and doing your best, man. Part of me wishes I wasn't so like intimidated to film in public. Jen's not, but I feel awkward in public. Like I really do feel awkward whenever I try to film in public. So I've gotten to the point now where I can't do any kind of like hunts like I would like to do. Thought about hitting up a Hobby Lobby yesterday and getting some footage of that, but we just ran out of time yesterday. Everybody was in a hurry to get back home, so missed out on getting some footage of that, but that's okay. Not even footage, more like just going out and hunting and finding a Gundam kit that I really wanted. It's all right there. Oh, I got it on backwards. I got to fix that. So let's see. This jet goes. No, I had it on right. It's kind of goofing up a little bit there. There we go. Now let's get this all lined up. There we go. I really do like the coloration on this kit. This kit's got some of the best coloration I've ever seen on a Zeonic suit. That's true. That's true, Jen. Yeah, we more or less do like montages and B-roll stuff. Yeah, that's the thing though, is I hate being in. I'm very like self-conscious, which is weird. I know I shouldn't be, but like I feel awkward in public. Like I don't I feel like everybody's just sitting there looking at me, laughing at me, you know, and it's. I know as someone who tells jokes and wants people to laugh at him whenever he tells those jokes, I shouldn't feel that way, but I do, and it gets to the point where I get so self conscious about it. I hate it. Like my anxiety gets too high, and I just can't really function whenever I try to film. Like I feel like I'm not either that or I feel like I'm doing it wrong. So I stick with what I can't talk tonight. I stick with what I'm comfortable with. Huh, I had a little error there with StreamYard. It just booted me for some odd reason. We understand Aaron's scared of the paparazzi. Yeah, StreamYard. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, there was something going on with StreamYard. I don't know what happened there. It just kind of like glitched. Maybe they're telling me I've spent too many hours on this. There we go. That's 2 legs done. So now we've got 2 legs, upper body, which the upper body on this thing is just beautiful looking. By the way, it looks so awkward without the torso and the legs there. I didn't realize. Oh, that's so funny. All right, so now we're going to start working on building the waist unit of this. So first thing we need to do is take B10. B9 and B8. So we are literally about to finish this kit. That is crazy. Like, I didn't think this kit was going to be that easy to complete, but this is an older kit from the early 2000 and the early 20 teens. All right, there we go. Can y'all still hear and see me fine? Make sure. I'm going to look over here on. Yep, y'all can still hear and see me fine. 14 likes, by the way. I appreciate you guys so much. That's about halfway to our goal of 30, but like I said, I doubt we're getting 30 tonight. It's been a slow night. Oh, that's so freaky. I don't like that. Oh, I'm sitting there trying to put it into one spot there, and it was a really like rough push on it, and I was like, that feels like I'm gonna break that, but I got it. All right, next stop is the let's see. I went way ahead. I've already cut out that when I should have been cutting out the waist unit, which is on D runner here. That's C runner. Can't believe I messed that up. There we go, D runner. So I need to cut out this waist hose. Cool thing about the Xeon suits is that they have a lot of external hosing, unlike Gundams and the Federation suits, which have like everything kind of tucked into armor. Xeon still uses a lot of like retrofitting and like older looking designs here. Very machinist designs in a way. Got these 2 little pieces here. I'm trying to figure out. That might be for the waist. Yep, that's gonna be for the waist. We'll put that right there because I know I'll need that. Well, let me go ahead and cut those out, and we'll just have that runner out of the way. I haven't really thought of that yet, Dwayne. I've got a few kits out there that I want to try. I'm looking at either doing a big third party kit or throwing out some votes to you guys. The Kshatriya is a big one on my list. I'd have to be able to get to it. I could actually start doing non-Gundam kits. Dwayne. So yeah, let me put out a vote real quick. I've got a few things out there I could build. So let me create a poll real quick. I do have an RG kit that I've been wanting to build, the High New Gundam. I think I have the RG of that. I've got to find it though. I've got a few RGs that I can build. I'll tell you what. I'll put it up in the community poll this week. I'll put up a poll in the community tab this week, guys. Make sure y'all keep an eye on that community tab because I'll be asking y'all to vote on the kit I should build next. Let's see. I gotta look at this real quick to see how I'm supposed to build this. Okay, there we go. Need to cut out D3. I forgot to cut that out. Okay. After that, this D runner is about done. It's got one little piece here that I see. I'll definitely watch it after the stream. I do have a few RG kits out there, Dwayne. In fact, I think me and you both have the RG High New. I also have the RG Evangelion kit that I've been wanting to put together here. So I'll throw up some votes. I'll have some pictures out there. We'll get a poll going here. Probably by the beginning of the week, middle of the week, somewhere around there. Maybe by Tuesday, I should have the poll ready to go. And I'll let y'all vote on that all throughout the week until about Saturday night, Sunday morning, and we'll build the kit that y'all pick. All right. So first step we need to do here is I need to get the polycaps all together here. There we go. And then we're going to combine that together like so. And that's coming along good. If you build him, that's a two-parter. I've got the art that Unit 6, I think. Definitely, Dwayne, you do need to build some of the ones that I've sent you. Well, the one I sent you. I've got a couple of P Bandai kits I could be putting together too. You know what? I do have a P Bandai MG kit that I could be putting together. A couple of MG kits. I know, Will. It comes in spurts for some people. Me, I enjoy doing this. It's very much it's therapy for me. It's helped me through building Gunpla has kind of helped me through a lot in the past few years. You know, I've got the holidays are coming up, and it's kind of it weighs down on me a little bit. Saw a fly crawling around on my desk there, trying to sneak by me. All right, so first thing I need to do is I need to take this one here and slide. Make sure I'm sliding everything into place properly there. There we go. Then this is going to go in place here. And then the next step here is to combine all this together, and we've pretty much got a waist together here, guys. All right, there's that. They give you this little plug to put in here for the to keep it out of a stand. Now, I kind of want to leave that. I might put that in place there just to kind of. It's easy in and out though, so like, if I want to take it out, all I got to do is just slide it out. Oh, was there a polycap was supposed to go in here, wasn't there? Yep. That's why that's easy slide in and out. I got to take this apart. Got a little ahead of myself there. There we go. Take all that off at one time there. Then The Escalopius. I like how you spelled that there, Dwayne. I like how you spelled that. All right, we have made it to 950 so far, and this kit's almost done. All I got to do is try to get these. I forgot to put a polycap in place, so I'm going back and fixing that now. And that seems to be my norm, is like forgetting a polycap in a certain spot, or go ahead and put that back together like so. Well, let's get this back together first. That might help. Ah, come on. That came loose. Gotta work that back in if I can. There we go. Everything's trying to fall out of my hands now because it's worked itself loose a little bit. Oh my god. Oh, that's frustrating. Gotcha. There we go. Now it's all together. It was just not wanting to line up. All right, now I need to cut out a couple more pieces here. I need to cut out the A9 unit, or A9 piece. And this A runner is about done, by the way. There's that. Let's go ahead and cut these little funnels out. Cool thing about this kit is it comes with like a big set of funnels there. So those are funnels right there. Funnels are like these little like turrets that can be controlled by the pilot telepathically. So new types tend to have the ability to control funnels through like a neurolink or a psycho link, as they call it. And the psycho frame suits have the ability to control them as well through like that neuro link as well. So like it's all part of like how a new type functions. Thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you so much, brother. You guys are the best. I've had a busy couple of days here, just kind of going out and meeting a few people online, and we've been kind of talking a little bit, and I've been watching some game streamers and all that, and gotten a few new eyes on the channel, but I don't know if they're going to stick or not. It's kind of weird. All right, A runner is clear. All right, so all we got left is C runner, and that's literally going to be an easy completion there. All right. Yeah, I think you did tell me, Dwayne. That would be really cool. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more builders. Because I noticed that our build group wasn't responsive tonight. I think everybody's got stuff going on tonight. All right, we just got one runner left, guys, and it's just literally filled with some small little parts here and there. And then we got the coolest, one of the coolest things I've seen here in effects parts that I can't wait to show you guys. That's why I say y'all gotta watch these builds, because there's so many things about these kits that just could. Yeah, you did. I see you, little beetle. I don't want you getting caught up in my. All right. Let's see. I want to put that there. That there. And then what we're going to do now is take both of these, and I got to cut out these two little jets, because this is a very space-centric suit, and I love the design of it. I love the Jagd Doga, and I like the Gira Doga. I want the Gira Zulu though. That's one of the suits I want. So if anybody ever finds a Gira Zulu and they want to send it to me, just let me know. I would love to get a hold of that the Rosen Zulu, the one that you saw on Unicorn, the one where the dude did a curtsy with it. I thought that was the funniest thing. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the flies just coming back on it and trying to get here. Like they're honestly after it. I don't know why they're after it so hard. There it is again. Almost had it. Almost had it. All right. So now I've got to try to get everything together here. Let's see. How's this supposed to go? So one of these pieces here is just going to come together. Like that. Nope, not quite like that. Have I got it wrong? Let me see. All right, so the jets go in place first. And then what we do is we take Come on. How is that supposed to line up? There. There we go. All right, that's in place there. And now I take this little... So it comes with like a knife. Pretty cool looking knife. Let's see. Huh. And for the sake of this, I can show y'all something that's pretty cool here on one of these. Basically, you can plug this knife into this like hatch here, and it holds it in place. But I'm not going to do that for the sake of displaying it with a weapon. So let's go ahead and get that in place there. We have ourselves this knife here, and interestingly enough, with this knife, it's got kind of an interesting double feature here that I can't wait to play with. But let's go ahead and get the waist together here. So first thing I need to do is get these legs on, because that's going to be the really tough thing to do once you get those little side panels on. Oh, that's already a tall suit. God, all the suits in this movie were huge to begin with. Like the Sazabi and the new Gundam were both super tall suits. There we go. Got that in place. Okay, let's go ahead and stand her up all the way there, and we'll put the torso in. There we go. And let's lay her down real quick so we can go ahead and get the backpack on. Gotcha. One less fly we got to worry about. All right, so I'm going to set these polycaps here because all we got left now is just the backpack. My dog is not happy, and I can hear her barking. I heard Jen fussing at her a second ago because she's wanting to come out, and she doesn't like being out there in the or in the room by herself. But we have to rotate her and the black lab that we have in the house because they don't see eye to eye. All right, there's that. Here's this one. And we've almost got ourselves a backpack made. Okay, we got to cut out these jets here. After that, that's it for the runners. We've completed the majority of the suit. Now, I do have a bonus piece that I want to play with here a little bit and show y'all. They give me a couple of things to display with. Make sure that runner is clear before I toss it. If not, I can get back to it real easy. So what we need to do now is I got to take some polycaps here before we put this together. I got to take 2 polycap eyes. There's A. We never used A or G polycaps. That is crazy. They're just bonus polycaps then. I and I. And then, let's see, we got a whole bunch of different polycaps here we didn't use. So those are going to go in the box for later use. Eventually, I'm going to get a hold of all of my kits. Got to see how this is done. Rounded end up top. Okay. So what I'm doing there is I'm forcing these polycaps in. And that way, we got those done. And close this off. And then one rocket goes up here. We got these 2 basic, not rockets, but jetpack pieces here. Oh, gotta grab my tweezers real quick. That polycap positioned itself differently. There we go. And the cool thing about having those polycaps there is now so the one bad thing about polycaps, and I'll say it every time, is if they're not in there tight enough, like if they're not being held in right, or if they're barely held in there, they will rotate until they get free of whatever you're trying to do there. Like this one over here is not quite staying in line. There we go. So one cool thing about having polycaps there is now we've got free range motion backpacks here. You're good, man. You're good, Dave. All right, so now we can get this into the suit. And again, this suit is now complete. So there is the Jagd Doga, a beautiful looking kit, a beautiful looking suit. And it comes with this interesting knife here that I want to show you guys. So you could put this in one of the hip pouches here, but it's got this interesting blade here. It's an actual like knife. And then after that, you get a couple of blade options here for it. You get blades 1 and 2. One blade is a little bit longer than the other. Try to free those up. But the good thing about these beams is you can actually use these beams for several different things there. I love the coloration of the beam on here, this yellow colored beam, because you don't get that a lot. But here's what I was wanting to show y'all. You put that in there, and now it's got this blade that sits right here with this beam. So there it is right there. I'll kind of show that off. Showed it off like that. Now, on to one of the funnest things I thought I saw in this kit here. And I can't wait to show y'all, which is the inclusion of fin funnel parts here. You see that clear tubing in here? I don't know if you can see it, but right here is some clear tubing. Yep, we're going to be making those fin funnels. We're going to be making spots for those fin funnels real quick. Let's go ahead and free that. All right. So one of the things we will need to do is I will need to cut some of this tubing here to make little extensions for the fin funnels to come out of the shoulder there. So I don't want too much out of the way there. So let's go ahead and cut there for that one. And you just kind of work it in there a little bit, not too much. Doesn't have to go in there too far. Go ahead and cut. Sleeping, what's going on, man? How are you? Yeah, it's got a very beautiful contrast to it. Some greens, blues, red, a little bit of red in there. It's very teal for a suit, which is kind of interesting. Comes with these interesting little these nice little fin funnels that, as you can see, they are going to really work well. And I'll show y'all how those work here in a second. Let's go ahead and make that one a little bit longer than the other ones. And now I've got just enough there for that. Put that one a little longer. Okay, and then I'm going to have a couple of really long point ones, so that way they can kind of look like they're a little bit further out than the other ones there. All right, so here are the fin funnel effects here. As if you've never seen, funnels are just these little turrets that mobile suits have that can go out and do a little bit extra like range damage there. So they're good for like ranged attacks and stuff like that. We got this really cool dagger here that I like. It looks really cool. But let's go ahead and get this taken apart here. So you see these little you see these already closed up funnels right here, and the shield just popped off. That shield, that's the one bad thing about some of these kits is that once they get... All right, now you can stay put. I got to get that shield back on, but that's okay. We'll get that on later. We'll worry about that later. All right, so let's go ahead and start playing with these funnels here. So as y'all can see here, these closed funnels they're supposed to come out real easy, but they kind of stay in there, which is a good sign. That's a very good sign. But we can take this tubing here, and you can bend it. It's good and easy to bend so that you can like have the effect look like the funnel is actually flying out from that shoulder pad there. So we'll put a couple of small ones there as well. Just kind of work and bend it a little. There we go. Trying to get that bend to go. There we go. The only thing I don't like about the tubing is that it kind of forces itself back into place after a while, or especially with any kind of movement there. But anyway, yeah, they're not wanting to stay either. I feel like maybe a better polycap system would have been good for that. But it's a huge kit too, guys. I didn't realize how big this thing was. Once I get all these all these funnels in place here. There. And then we can take this longer one and aim it. Let's see if I can aim this one upward. There we go. There we go. And we can load this one back in to over here. And there it is, kind of using that funnel attack there. Really a cool little setup there. So I'll turn this so y'all can see it a little bit better there. Again, they don't stay in perfectly. That's the only thing I have an issue with this. The only thing I have as an issue with it is that that's not a perfect placement there for that. Let's see if I can get that shield back on now. Other than that, though, this kit is a must-have kit, guys. We get this wonderful rifle here. You get the funnel effect. The problem with the rifle, though, is you have to almost pose it because the design of the rifle is so awkward on that arm. You almost have to pose it like it's holding it. But here it is, guys. The Jagd Doga, all complete and done. Comes with a couple of sets of weapons here to use. We've got this beam saber, which has this interesting dagger added to it. I've never seen something like that. But I will say that is a bonus for me because like any kind of hand like that or any kind of weapon like that always adds in a little extra. It adds a little extra detail to it. In fact, I'm going to get this hand wrapped around it so that way we have one hand that holds that saber and one hand that holds the rifle. So I think that's the same hand. Regardless. Does that? Got to figure out how that works. How that hand goes together like that. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Take the hand apart a little bit and then put the hand around it. There we go. And there we go. So that kind of shows that off a little better there. But really, guys, just a fantastic kit. This one wasn't a hard build at all. Literally just 2 hours and 14 minutes of build time, which isn't bad considering the fact I just spent like less than 5 minutes putting together these little funnels effects there. Just something I do like is I do like an addition of a funnel on that. I think that's really cool considering the fact that this suit is part of that later wave where funnels are starting to become a real thing on there. But let's take a look at it. Let's go ahead and get this together here, get it all back in place where everything needs to be. So that way when I go to box it here in a little bit, it's going to sit perfectly flat. Again, the only complaint I do have is that the rifle here is a little too long for the arm. So, like, if I go to pose it with it trying to shoot, it's not going to sit in the perfect aim position. But other than that, still just a fantastic kit. Hey, Rolando, how's everything going? How are you tonight? Everybody saying hey to everybody there. But comrades, I believe that's going to be it for tonight. Thank y'all so much for everybody that tuned in tonight. I appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in and coming in and saying hey. We got up to 16 likes tonight, so thank y'all so much for everybody that came in and liked and shared and supported. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, this is the Jagd Doga. Really a beautiful kit. I will be doing a review on it here next week. In 2 weeks. Right now, the review that's coming up is I got a review coming up this week for the Turner Gundam. Just a beautiful kit, just an older kit that I had put together a while back. I think y'all will like that review on that Turner Gundam. But yeah, so here's the Jagd Doga, guys. It's really an interesting suit from the Char's Counterattack movie. Just a really great suit. One of my favorites now. But yeah, comrades, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. Yeah, by the way, Dwayne, wearing y'all's shirt tonight, by the way. It's comfortable. So that's going to be it for tonight's stream, everybody. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all can follow me on all of my socials. There is a link tree in the description below to take you there, as well as to my merch shop. Hey, Fig Nukin Records, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you just missed the end of it, man. Got to watch the new episode from Witch from Mercury tonight. Oh, nice. Definitely. I hadn't had a chance to catch up on any of it yet, so I've got to go back and watch that, man. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all can follow me on all of my socials. There's a link tree in the description below that takes you there, as well as to my merch shop. Go snag you some KBG merch to help support the channel. Guys, go check out my wonderful sponsor, Dubby. Dubby makes an amazing energy drink like the Dub Sludge that I'm drinking tonight. Just fantastic. I've got a patented neurofactor that helps you focus on everything. Really kind of helps you kind of stay focused during your builds and during your gaming streams like I do. I'm a gamer as well as a Gunpla builder, so you know it always helps me out. But guys, if you want to get you some Dubby, don't spend full price. I always tell everybody, please don't spend full price. Use the coupon code Kouldbayne for 10% off your purchase. Again, that is Kouldbayne for 10% off your purchase. Again, Kouldbayne for 10% off your purchase. I feel like y'all needed to see that one more time. I don't know why. Later, Will. There's Fig Nukin's link in case y'all want to go check him out, guys. Welcome to the community, Fig Nukin. We'll make sure to get you some shares there, help you grow a little there. So thank you for dropping by when you did, man. But anyway, comrades, that's it for tonight's stream. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Much love, and das vidanya.